Hi everyone, my name is Kathleen, and today I'm going to talk to you about graphic design and how you can use free online tools in order to help you create your own graphics. So recently my younger sister, she started selling her own products, and she came up to me and she showed me a design that she had done. And she told me, but how do I make the images work well together? Is the text readable? Why does everything look so cramped? How can I make it look better? And when I saw it, I recommended Canva to her because Canva, in my opinion, is a great online tool that's free to use, both for personal or commercial use, and it gives you a good foundation and a solid base from where to start building your artworks on. So I would like to show a little tutorial on not exactly how to use the platform, but rather how to take a template and build upon it and basically respect the structure that the graphic designer has put together in order to create your artworks and give them the similar feel that the graphic designer had given to them. So this includes respecting hierarchy, respecting color balance, respecting negative space, respecting structure, and so on. So when it comes to Canva, there are a number of different ways in which you can create a design. You can start by creating a design using custom dimensions. And this is useful because different platforms have different preferences. So for instance, one of the preferred sizes at the moment for Instagram is 1080 by 1080. And what this does is that if you abide by platform's preferences, then it will basically give more exposure to your post, and it will prefer your posts over those that are not abiding by its preferred size. So you can create a new design like that, or else you can also choose to go on templates and select the type of template that you'd like to use. So since we're talking about Instagram posts, for example, here, we can click on Instagram posts and we can select a template from one of these here. So since right now it's Christmas, we should go for a Christmas one, and we just click on use this template, and basically we'll have the template here ready to use, free both for personal or commercial use, and we can change it and manipulate it in any way that we want. If we went with the custom design, we could still apply a template to it by, for instance, looking up Christmas, and we have basically absolutely the same designs available here. We can also resize the artwork if we'd like. So just because you input a certain size or you start creating a design a certain way, it doesn't mean you need to stick to it and there's no going back. So if, for instance, we've selected this design, we can now get started on editing it and using it for whatever reason or for whatever purpose we're creating it for. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is not exactly how to use the tools that are available here, although we have a lot of different tools, but more than that, how to actually use a template and edit it while still respecting the rules that are being shown to us. So what I see a lot of people doing is that they have this design here and they say, okay, I love it, it's really pretty, I'm going to use it, but I have more text than that. So I'm going to, for instance, add my text to it and fill it up according to the amount basically of text I want to include. Now, what happens here is that a lot of people think that keeping to the design as much as possible means simply trying to leave everything the same and filling up the remaining space as much as they can. by, for instance, making things smaller or squashing things together in a way. And I see a lot of people who end up doing something like this and say, okay, great, I've kept everything the same. I haven't changed much. They make things bigger because there is more space. So they say, okay, I have space to actually make this bigger and fit from one end to the other. Now, what you've actually done here is that you have completely ignored all the tips that the artwork was giving you. So if we had to actually go back, so over here, by clicking this button, we can create a page. Here we can duplicate it. So if we had to create the page again, and we compare them, as you see, there are a lot of things that we have ignored. So in the original artwork, there was a lot of negative space around the sides here. There was negative space in between the body and the title. There was hierarchy between the title and the body. And if in fact you do compare the two of them, this one is much more striking than this one. So if we did have to solve this problem, we could still do this by respecting the hierarchy and by respecting the negative space. So what I recommend to do in this case is that you keep the template as it is, and you simply start editing it while still respecting the things that were being respected before. So the negative space, the hierarchy that there was. So I'm basically trying to still make things fit and respecting everything that there was before. So if we had to actually eventually added the artwork, you would see that you can still do this, you can still include your text and still follow the same type of principles that the original artwork was following. So this is obviously quite a rough edit at the moment, but then we can also make sure that things are, for instance, aligned properly by using the position and aligning to center in the middle, aligning this as well. We can position the text as well to center. And put this up a bit. And like this, we're making sure that there's space here, there's space here, there's space on top and at the bottom, and so forth. Then if you do want to start changing, for instance, the background, the colors, you can go on photos and you can click on Christmas. Or we can use, for instance, a background from here in order to change the one that we have available. So I will be sending this to the back. You can extend it, for instance. Delete that, you extend it. You can also change the color. And what Canva also offers you is that when you put in a new photo, it will show you a number of different colors here that you can actually use to pick your color from and arrange basically. And then you can keep on changing colors and editing it according to what you like and what you think looks good. At the end of the day, don't forget that it's important to not only make sure that the artwork serves its does not only look good, but it also functions well, and it also is readable and delivers the message that you'd like. So my tip in this little video today is that when you use a template, don't just use it and ignore the hierarchy and the structure that it's showing you, but consider those to be the most important elements. And with the rest, you can go wild and change the photo that you like, change the font, change the colors, while still respecting the hierarchy and the negative space the grid, the alignment, and so forth. So I hope that you'll enjoy experimenting and that you'll fall in love with the idea of creating your own artworks and making things look beautiful and work well. So at the end of the day, even if you don't have the graphic design tools that you think you need, look up software online and you'll see how much free software there is out there that will help you design your own graphics. And at the end of the day, just enjoy the process and enjoy creating and experimenting and learning new things.